welcome back to another video. In today's video we are going to be drafting this mermaid skirt with tail. If this is something you want to learn, please don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video to your family and friends. These are all the measurements you need to take to draft your mermaid skirt. So the first thing I'll be doing here is I'm going to mark a straight line. This line is going to be the guide and it's going to be where we are going to start all our measurements. So this line now is going to be our waist line. Now from this waistline, you are going to mark your waist to the hip line. I always use 9 inches. You can use 8 inches, or you can as well mark your half length. Just place your half length, which is shoulder to the waistline. You are going to place it on this waistline. Then you are going to mark your shoulder to the hip line. So, but me, I always just go from this waistline. From this waistline, I will go down by 9 to 8 inches, depends on the height of the person I'm working with. So I'm going to come down from the waistline by 9 inches. Then I'm going to mark it into a straight line. So after that, the next line that you need to mark now is the waist to the knee line. So I'm going to place my tape and I'm going to mark my shoulder to the knee line, but you are not going to be marking directly on your knee line. So make sure you measure your knee line, then go up from that knee line by 2 or 3 inches. So I'll be doing 2 inches. So I'm going to place my tape on the waistline. The knee line I'm working with is 20 inches. So I'm going to go up from that 20 inches by 2 inches. So it means from the waistline, I'm going to come down by 18 inches. That is what I'll be using. So I already placed my tape on the waistline. Then you are going to mark 18 inches. So you are going to mark it into a straight line as well. So the next line that you are going to mark now is going to be your waist to the floor length. It means the skirt length that you are working with. So because I'm using the pattern to draft it, the pattern will not be enough to cover my waist to the floor length. So I'll be using just the full length of the pattern, or let me just do like this. So let's say the full length of the skirt I'm working with is 30 inches. So I'm going to come down from the waistline by 30 inches. So after that, you are going to mark it into a straight line as well. So now this is what we have. This is the waistline. This is the hip. This is the hip line. This is the knee line. Okay, that's the knee line. And this is the length. The next thing that we need to mark now is the round measurement. So on this waistline, the waist I'm working with is 30 inches. So I'm going to divide the 30 inches by 4. So if I divide the 30 inches by 4, I will have 7.5. So I'll mark 7.5. So if you want your waist to have a dart, this is the time to add your dart, but I will not be using that. So this is my waist divided by 4, which is 7.5. I'm going to add extra 1.5. You can use 2 inches for seam allowance. So I'll add 1.5 there. That is my seam allowance. I'm not using that. You can add your own dart. So you come to the hip line. You come to the hip line. You are going to mark your hip line. The hip I'm working with is 40. So if I divide the 40 by 4, I will have 10 inches. So you mark your 10 inches here. And don't forget to add your extra 1.5 inches. So you add it like this. Now you come to the knee line. You take whatever measurement you have on your hip line. I have 11.5. So I'll be removing 2 inches from it. If I remove 2 inches from that, I'm going to be left with 9.5. So you come to the knee line and you are going to mark 9.5. You are going to connect all these points now. You are going to connect them together. So I'll come to this point here. So this is what we have now. The next thing, come to your hip line. Remember we have 11.5. So this 11.5 is what you are going to be marking on your floor length, your hemline. So I have 11.5. So I'm going to mark 11.5 there. So this is the 11.5. Now it's time to determine how wide you want your mermaid to be. Let me extend this line here. this is time to determine how wide you want your mermaid to be. You can use 7, you can use 8 inches, but because this is on paper, I'll be marking 5 inches. So from the hip divided by 4, I, you are going to mark 8, 9, depends on how wide. You can use 10 inches, depends on how wide you want it to be. But because this is a paper, so that's why I mark 5 inches. So now we are going to connect this point and this point together. So as you can see, this is what we have. Now I'm going to go up from this point here, this sharp point. Just go up by 1.5 or 2 inches. So this is it. Then come to this point here, just mark about 4 inches. Then you are going to connect this point, connect it together. We are just doing it to eliminate this sharp point here. So this is what we have for the front. Now you come to the waistline, just come down by 1 inch. Then this 1 inch, you are going to connect it to meet the actual waist measurement. We are doing this to have head skirt. So you are going to connect it to the actual waist measurement like this. So this is it now. So this is our actual waist measurements. I will not be cutting it out because we are using this pattern. We are using it to cut out the back. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut out like this, like this. So let's cut it out now. Now if you are cutting the front out, this part, this straight part, is going to be on fold. Make sure this place is on fold if you want to cut it out. Now let's use this pattern to cut out the back. Now to cut out the back, I already placed another paper on here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to be placing the front. I'm going to be placing it on another pattern. So I already placed it like this. When you are placing it, make sure you have excess here. If you want your mermaid to flow very well, make sure you have excess like 20, 15, depends on how wide you want it to be. So you are going to place the front on it like this. So I'm just going to use my paper tape to secure both the front and the back together. Next thing to do now is I'm going to come to the hip line here. I will extend the line, just extend it outside like this. Come to the knee line, extend this like this. Do the same thing on the waistline. So after that, remember this part is going to be the front or fold part and is going to be the center back as well. So now you need to add your zipper allowance to the back. So I'm going to be using 1 inch for zipper allowance. So on the waistline, I mark 1 inch. I'll come to the hip line here. I will add 2 inches. I'll come to the knee line. I will add 1 inch. So these 3 points, you are going to connect them together. This is what we have. This is the zipper allowance. This is zipper allowance. So for the tail, from this zipper allowance now, you are going to mark your tail. So what I have left here is 8.5. Remember, this is a pattern, so you can, if you are working with your main fabric, you can do more than 8.5. You can even do 30, depending on how long you want the thing to be. So I have 8.5 here. That 8.5, I'll be taking what I have with the zipper allowance. With the zipper allowance, I have 9.5. So that 9.5, you are going to mark it till you get to the M line. Remember, this is where the center front, this is where it started. Now for the longer, I want the back to be longer than the front. So on the hemline here, I'm going to come down by 5 inches. That is how I want the back to be longer than the front. You can use more than 5 inch, remember. So I'll mark my 5 inch here, mark it here, and I'm still going to maintain the 5 inch at the center point. So remember, this is where we are going to stop. it. The side is always the same thing. Remember, this is the side. So I'm going to be connecting them together like this. So just make sure it's very curved, it's not too sharp. So I'll connect it to meet the curve, the end here. So this is it. Now from this point here, you are going to connect it like this to meet this point here. So this is what we have now. So the next thing to do now is you are going to cut it out, and I'm going to show you the difference. So as you can see, this is the tail here. As you can see the tail. So this is it. So now I'm going to remove the front and the back. But before you do that, make sure you notch where the zipper is. So this is the back. I'm going to be cutting out this 1 inch that I came down from the waistline. Side is always. So this is our tail. So this is the tail here. As you can see, this is the tail. This is the tail. This is the zipper line. So this is all for that. So here, this is the front, and this is the back. So that's all. That is what we have for this today's tutorial. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye.